Hi there, Pisces. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your April reading. Oh my goodness, time is flying. Let's see what the beginning portion of the month has in store for you. Of course, energy is fluid, so there's no sort of cutoff date to when these energies will apply. I'm feeling we're ready. Let's go right into it here. Whoa. Whoa, my goodness. Pisces. Let's get into it, and then we'll get into it. Okay. All right. One more. I want to pull one more for that position. Okay. One more. Gotta follow the intuition. Okay. Breath in, breath out. That's what is going to be needed to take in here in the beginning of April. Chariot is your theme. Oh my goodness. Overlaying the Emperor in reverse. You are charging forward with adamance. Whatever this path is, you're moving down it in such a way where you feel so solid and so aligned, right, with your spiritual self and your human self, right? That which regards our intellectual mind, our fire energy, that which we want to create by, right? All of these different parts of ourselves are coming together as one, and they're cooperating, right? So that the wheels can move forward. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like on the subway, especially in New York, right? That's where I've experienced this phenomenon the most. Is when there's a sort of pandemonium, right? Everyone's trying to get into the subway, into the subway car, and everyone's trying to get on it at once, right? And so there is a sort of chaos to that process where, right, everybody squeezes in, but then there's one person flailing their arm out, right, holding the door for someone else to come, and the doors cannot close, right? And the subway car cannot move forward until it's everybody's on the same page, okay? So what I'm getting is that you have all of your fingers, hands, and toes in your vessel, so to speak. Okay, all of your this is recalibration, right? This sort of recalibration has taken place, and you're now ready to move forward. Okay, beautiful. It's like electric. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's electric, Pisces. Look at this card. Beautiful, beautiful. So, and it's overlaying the Emperor in reverse. Okay, and that's overlaying the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm feeling here is that, right, where we see motion here and we feel the air on this card, there is a replacement of stagnancy from the past. Okay, so where in the past, perhaps, we were trying to even prepare, right, prepare ourselves, to stabilize ourselves, to gain our sense of footing, of groundedness. This is a fire card, but it also absolutely speaks to the earth element, right? With this big honkin' tree here. It's, and I'm reading it especially for you as earth in this particular spread, but nonetheless, right? Two of Pentacles and the Emperor, it's like, and both in reverse, beneath the Chariot. It's kind of like, right? There was a period of needing to first get my hand on a railing inside of the subway cart so that I could, right, fully prepare myself for the ride. Okay, that's the feeling. It's like everybody, placing themselves within the subway cart so that then it can move forward. Okay. So, So you're now moving forward. Oh my goodness. I'm like so happy for you. This is so exciting. Okay, so I'm feeling this is something you've wanted for a long time. Okay, a long time. It speaks to your truth. It speaks to your soul truth. Okay, your soul empowerment, your soul, oh gosh, it's like liberated. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I am sensing, Pisces. It's a liberation on so many levels for you, okay? Wow. Okay. Let's get into it though. Okay, there's so much energy going on here. You're coming in with strong energy and you're leaving with profound new beginning. Okay. So let's get right to it. But first let me tap in. And so for the last few signs that I've been doing for April, I've been pulling, right? I've been feeling the need to pull a few extra cards, especially for the position of the energetic pathway, okay, that you're moving into as you move out into the future with the final outcome, which for you is the Fool, right? But nevertheless, right, I'm feeling that for a lot of signs, there's a big sort of, April is going to be a serious transformational point in time where, right, it's like this momentum has built up to the point at which now, right, the levee is pulled and it's like a floodgate. That's what I'm feeling. It's like a floodgate. It's like a wave. It's like a wave that's been building and is now just making its turn, right, to descend and ride out. And it's almost like this. The Fool looks like a little baby chick, right, riding on a surfboard. Right? A surf branch. Like, that is the feeling with this card, with this little baby chick, right? So this wave, whatever this is, that's surrounding for you, you're riding that wave, and you're going to ride that wave right out of and into the middle portion of April. That's what I'm feeling for you, okay? You're excited. You're like, I'm ready for this. Like, I have been ready for this. I'm ready for this. Wide awake, right? I don't care if my alarm clock, right? I need to get up at 3 a.m. for this flight. Like, I was up all night waiting for this flight. I am like bug-eyed and ready to go. But you don't see any under eye circles, right? On this Chariot. So, okay. Pisces. It's so interesting. That's my dog, by the way, snorting in Dreamlandia. But, yeah, don't get scared if you hear that. Here we go. Pisces. It's strong energy. Okay, I will say that. You have, at the very base of the whole spread, 3 Wands cards. And not just 3 Wands cards, but 3 Wands people cards, right? It's the Mother of Wands, whoa, in your current state. It's the Daughter of Wands in reverse in your advice position. And it's the Son of Wands paired with the Daughter of Wands in your near future, in reverse as well. This comprises the base of your energies for this period of time here, okay? Let me tell you, you are fertile, okay? Creatively fertile, perhaps otherwise, whatever it may be, you are ready to make it happen, okay? And the Chariot, Cancer's card, okay? Speaking to. Cancer also got this card, by the way. So, and it was prominently placed for them. I believe it was taking them out into the future. But nonetheless, you have a lot of people cards here. Okay, you have 2 mothers right next to each other. The Mother of Swords, the Mother of Wands. You then have the Daughter of Wands and the Son of Wands. And then up top, you have the Father of Cups and the Son of Cups. So there's like a duality going on. It's almost like you know the feeling I'm getting? It's like a color palette tone where you have the dark color, right? Like, let's say a really dark green. And then you have a slightly shaded version of that same color, but just, right, lessened. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting with these energies, right? Okay. but they're like following suit with each other. So there's a degradation of energy as well. Okay, but let's get right into it. In your deep past, it's the Magician showing up. Magician. Speaking to, right? It's in reverse. It's this desire to assimilate all parts of ourselves, use all of our skill sets in a way that comes together, right? In such a way where it's like, you know what? Hands, fingers, and toes, check. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to create. I'm ready to manifest my dreams, right? But there was this energetic blockage in your way, it seems, right? With this Mother of Swords, I'm sensing this is a need to, it could also be a person in your midst who kind of doesn't fully empower this path for you, perhaps, doesn't see eye to eye with you, right? But I'm also feeling for some of you that this energy of the Mother of Swords is your own propensity or the need to remain level-headed, okay, and not get like too excited, right, about whatever this is, like get your finger caught in the door, that kind of thing, right? There's a need to remain super focused, to finalize a strategy, okay? And yes, we are seeing that, right? Beneath the Chariot with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, planning stages, right? Trying to get our footing. There's a great focus on footing, on groundedness that precedes this forward motion and movement, okay? So it's almost like you needed to plant yourself, you needed to fix yourself somewhere before you could then move from that sort of dock, that station, onto the next, okay? So, Mother of Swords, right? Very fixed energy, okay? But focusing on the rationality of a matter, the intellect, and looking at something head on with great clarity, right? Whereas here we see the Magician is like the opposite. The Magician is like, I'm gonna create some magic, right? It's gonna be a mind bender, right? Whatever I show you is gonna be a mind bender. You're not gonna be able to wrap your mind around it. And so the Mother of Swords is like opposite of that. It's like, I only deal with facts and figures, right? I only believe what I know, and I only know what I see and what I feel and what I, not even feel, but what I personally, right, have quantified or qualified based on my intellect, my rationality, right? So, this is very, look, I'm feeling for part of you guys, right? And the other part, there are two kind of ways that this can manifest, or that this has manifested in the past for you, okay? This is a person who is very different from you, Pisces. Very, very, very different. You guys are like different beasts, okay? Your way of doing things, and your way of seeing things, and your way of creating the world around you is completely a different perception than that which this Mother of Swords takes on in his or her or their life, okay? So they may not fully understand. It's like, what, you're a stallion now? You're charging forward? Like, what is a pentacle and what is a moon? And what is spiritual? What? Like, pentacle? What? Like, this person doesn't get it, okay? If this is a person, they just don't get it. And so this has been conventional for them. This has been a conventional way of living and being and thinking for them, okay? So I'm sensing that it's like an older energy as well. And there's a righteousness, okay, to this energy as well. There's a righteousness, okay? But that's for some of you. And they perhaps could have muddled how you felt about this path forward, okay? It's like their energy, whereas you, like, my desire, right, is to awaken the beast within, right, the creator in me, right, creating magnanimous things for the world, expansiveness, right? And then here comes this sort of energetic blockage, roadblock, right, sword fixed in the ground that you then confront, that you have to deal with. And that leads you, perhaps, again, for some of you, to this period of, how do I feel about this, right? It's like it skews your perception. This person's perception and fixed belief and perspective of your situation and your personal life has caused you, right, to oscillate between, how do I feel about this? Do I really feel this? But you know what this card speaks to, Pisces? Is. I love this card. Why? Okay. Because it's an illusion of the illusion. It's like, you know how you feel. It speaks to your intuition, right? Intuitively, Pisces, you know how you feel. You know. This is what's deep inside of you. It's like, yeah, see, this card just dropped. It's irrelevant, right? Getting caught up in this, how do I feel about this when I really know how I feel about this kind of thinking is irrelevant to this new path that you're on, right? It's like, set it aside. Don't even get caught up in that whirly-do, right? Because this is that hankering desire that you have inside of you. It's that deep inner knowing that, you know what, you can create whatever the heck you want, okay? Pisces, it's like, nobody can tell you what is right for you, and nobody can tell you what you can create, right? Nobody can come and say, right, oh, all that matters is the intellect, the rational perception, right? And path forward. It's the sword that paves the road forward, right? It's like no, right? It's like the sword is what blocks the road in this case. When you're too much, right? Too much in a position that's fixed and perched on your personal, and on a fixed perception of how things should work. And really, right? It's like, no, right? It's like balance. We are all elements. We're not just living an intellectual, rational existence, right? The world is a very mysterious place, and there are many sides to our being, right? That which is, first and foremost, right, speaking to the faith that we have in and of our existence altogether, okay? That is the nucleus that binds the magician. It's like the magician knows that the magician can create. The magician knows that it's going to step on stage, that it has all of these tools that it's going to wield and manifest by, right? And furthermore, right, from there on, it knows that it's a composition of all elements together. Yes, there's a sword there, but it's not the only element, right? There's a pentacle, but it's not all about earth and all about financial stability and groundedness by way of the material, tangible world. And yes, there's a cup, right? But it's not about getting lost in our sea of emotions. Similarly, right? There's a wand. It's not about blazing, right? Blazing with only fire energy, right? There is a need to temper that flame and that creativity. So there's this reminder that I'm compelled to share with you, right? That I feel you know absolutely. And hey, Pisces, you are stepping out with the Fool and into beautiful, beautiful, very fertile energy. So I'm sensing that whatever this was, okay, is not and was not a true roadblock. It was just like, oh, I gotta deal with you again, right? And so for some of you, that could be a person, but for others of you, Pisces, this can be your own propensity, this need to, the necessary need perhaps, to get really clear, really clear before you wield, right, the wand. Make sure, sorry, not the wand, but also the wand, right? It's everything all together, yet again. But before you wield the sword, okay, and strategize the path forward, make sure the sword is well soldered, right? That the handle is firm. So it's about perfecting the strategy. Okay, first, before moving forward, for some of you, that could have been what your preoccupation was, right? Before I step into this happy-go-lucky, cool creator, right? Like wild imagination and acting on that imagination, I need to first, right, maintain my cool, my focus, make sure that I'm strategizing properly, that the foundation is, in fact, stable, okay, before I charge forward. But what I'm feeling is this is heavy energy. This is very heavy energy. There's been a lot of strategy, perhaps. Whatever this is, has elongated the process for you, okay, where you couldn't just act immediately, right, and step into your ultimate potential and power of creation, right? Nonetheless, we're moving down into the Mother of Wands, okay? And so I will also say this quickly, right? That if this is your own propensity, okay, the Seven of Cups, the energy that you stepped into, could simply be, right, in the midst of that, because I'm feeling, again, this is long, elongated energy, right? The need to really strategize wisely how you're going to put the wheels in motion with this new beginning. is in the meantime, right? Like, how do I feel? It's like, you know, when you get bored and then you start thinking about things that like are just, why am I thinking about that? It's like that kind of thing, right? When you're waiting, okay, you're waiting and you can't yet do it, but you really want to do it, then it's like, it could be that oscillation, okay, that pendulum of energy that swings. But again, I'm not feeling really that is anything too significant or was anything too significant, because it's like once you're ready, once the Mother of Swords is like, okay, just check your wheels, we're all ready to go, right? You're gonna be like, I am too. I am the Mother of Wands, and I have been right, cultivating my chest of eggs, waiting for them to hatch. And if you're ready, I'm ready, right? I was born ready. Okay, so Mother and Mother. Okay, these are like the two halves of your being coming together, okay, perhaps, and you should absolutely listen to your personal intuition about this Pisces. It could be speaking to two people as well, but I'm feeling that for a significant portion of you, right, it's like there is this stepping into your own, stepping into the role as creator, okay? Mother of Wands, fertile creative energy. Okay, so you're preparing, right? It's like these the eggs, they're growing and they're getting bigger and they're waiting to hatch. And your advice, the Daughter of Wands, okay, I'm sensing there's a preparation, right? A slow, gradual, this building of this wave, right? That is done almost even beneath the surface. It's like the undercurrent of the wave that grows and grows and grows that we don't see until we see that slowly, right? The wave, there's a curling up of water above the horizon. And that's when we know there's a wave coming. So that's what I'm feeling. It's like you are contributing to, and same thing with this Magician in reverse, right? You know eventually this is what you're going to tap into. But you're like preparing beneath the surface, right? Building this wave slowly, but not in a publicized way. Okay, and your advice is to continue doing that. To continue, right? Preparing for this departure. Out in the open. This is a very public sort of energy, right? But I'm sensing that this can also speak to different situations as well as, right, with the Seven of Cups, it's right next to the Son of Cups. So this can also be a propensity that is more emotional, that regards someone in your environment, okay? But we'll get into that, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on, all right, Pisces. And you may feel that, right, during April as well. But there is a focus, there's a consistency, even if, right, there are a lot of moving parts, there's still a direct, consistent line of progress and movement forward that is so proclaimed, right? Especially leading out with the Fool, it's like, and the Father of Pentacles leading out as well. Oh my goodness, right? Like, right after this Death in reverse, you are, whatever this new beginning is, like, it's on, okay, it's on. So, near future, Son of Wands in reverse. Son of Wands is looking over at the Daughter of Wands. These two are a pair, more or less, okay? And it's almost like they're the children of this Mother of Wands. So, it's kind of like this. It's like, you know when the Mother of Wands is about to give birth? Right? Well, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know Mother of Wands literally, but you know when someone is about to give birth, right? And then she has her like second arm, like right hand sidekicks. Like, this is so awkward the way I'm explaining this, but you know what I mean, right? Like the person who has, like, is about to give birth. And so throughout that whole process, right, she has individuals who help her, right? Who it's like, okay, when like, I'm going to take you to the hospital. Well, that's usually her husband, right? But, okay, what I'm trying to get at is that, can you tell I've never given birth? Okay, in this life. But basically, okay, Pisces. The Son of Wands, and it's like this. Okay, a mother, right, who was already a mother of 2, let's say, is now giving birth to a 3rd child. More than a 3rd, because there are a lot of eggs here. Okay, but regardless, it's kind of like, right, as the mother is about to prepare for the delivery of this child or these children, it's the interim before that final birth that these 2 characters come in to help, okay, for the smooth sailing of whatever this is. Okay, trying to make this delivery as smooth and efficient as possible. It's the preparation work. It's the leg work, okay? Making sure that the house is all ready for when the mother comes home with the child, that kind of thing, okay? So, I'm feeling, Pisces, that this is you. But it, again, can vary. This can be speaking to someone who comes in and meets you sort of eye to eye, right? It's like this. It's like the Daughter of Wands, right? She's like attached by the hip to this Mother of Wands. Like, I gotta help her, right? Prepare for this birth. And then, boom, out of nowhere, suddenly, hey, I'm here too! The Son of Wands. Son of Wands is like looking at the Daughter of Wands, right? And she's almost like, hey, I didn't know like you were going to show up. But the Son of Wands is there to help the Daughter of Wands. Okay? Push out this baby. So weird and so awkward. But, right, like, hopefully, Pisces, hopefully your children are not, right, helping you deliver your child. That would be, I don't know, maybe that was done at a certain point in time. But it's, who knows how this can apply, right, to anyone's situation. It could be, right, your sibling coming in and helping you prepare for this ultimate, like, or a very close friend, someone who you feel is very close to you, who you guys are very similar, right? This person gets you. This person is like your other half, okay? This person just understands you, understands the mission you're on, right? Wants to help you out, okay? Is there and is like, hey, I'm here. Let's do this. Let's prepare for this birth. Okay? And so, in your hopes and or your fears is the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. I'm sensing this is you want with whatever this birth is. Okay? There's very much like a centrality to this card and also to this card, right? Centrality, focus. You want, it almost looks like a pillow. Okay, this looks like I'm getting a pillow feeling from this card in this spread, especially. You want, right, to, once you give this birth, okay, once you have this birth of whatever this is, you want, this is so, it's momentous, Pisces. Whatever this is, it's like you are going to, once it happens, I hope I'm not scaring any of you, right? It's like, oh my god, am I pregnant? Like, no. This can speak again, right? To finances, I'm feeling especially finances, career, okay? But it could be anything for any one of you. Nonetheless, it's like you want to be able to come home and relax on this pillow of feeling safe and secure with the path that you're moving down in this new direction, right? Where it's like, okay, I've prepared, I've done the legwork. Okay, it could absolutely be financial. The financial legwork, making sure that the grounds, right, are stable so that I do have this pentacle that I can move off into the distance with, right? Whole and complete as myself. I'm getting smiley for you. Look, Pisces, okay. The 9 of Pentacles, right? It's like complete financial abundance. But I'm sensing, right? It's this feeling of wanting to be able to fall back, like you fall back on a pillow, right? Being able to having the security of foundation financially that we know, right? As we move forward in this new direction, we're going to be able to count on. Okay, so you want financial stability, but you want this motion and this movement forward, right? So there's this dichotomy, right? Where it's like we want to feel liberated, but not because we have the Nine of Pentacles, right? We feel liberated because we are moving forward along the path that aligns us, right? But we want that whatever this birth is, we want it to be able to be supported in abundance, right? In a way that is firm, that is grounded, that is stable. I mean, look at this diamond, right? This is a strong, even if it's encased by feathers, right? 4 feathers, it's still solid, right? There's a feeling of solidity to it. And yet not that is bound, which again we are seeing here, right? Stable, solid, within our own path and within ourselves. We have a pentacle, right? We're stable to some degree. But it's not because we're bound and we're shackled. Okay, it's not because we have 9 pentacles hanging from our chain, right? So that's also what I'm feeling here, right? The dichotomy between feeling secure and stable, but not being bound by that security and that stability. Okay, beautiful. But you feel and you know that whatever this is, it's going to bring abundance in some kind of way. And if this is a venture, oh my goodness, Pisces, this is speaking to ultimate. Once you move forward down this path, okay, you're gonna feel, right, that you have the motion, you have the movement, and you have the freedom of range, creative range especially. But by way of that creation, right, is going to come abundance, is going to come security and stability that you can sort of fall back on, okay? And that doesn't hinder you. Okay, lovely. So in the final outcome, you have the Fool. Oh my goodness, Pisces. Come on now. This is like a little too good, right? I mean, it's like after all this energy, right, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna have this baby, right? You then are like, oh, baby, I'm out and I'm ready to go explore the world, right? Explore the world. The birth happens. 0. Beginning. And it's interesting because right above the Fool, you have Death in reverse. And they're both birds. They're both what look like baby birds. One is a skeleton and one is full flesh, right? And bones. Bird. So, and the Fool, right? It's so fresh and so new. It's so fresh and so new. I'm feeling that and I'm hearing that. It's so fresh and it's so new. And it's glorified, even by the people in your environment, even the people around you, right? It's like, it's just beautiful. It's like this energy is glistening off in the corner. And it's enchanting wherever you're moving off into. And there's this interplay yet again between freedom, right? Completely unassuming of our path forward. And yet stability. Financial stability, especially. Okay. Father of Pentacles. So, and that is in your energetic pathway, the last energetic pathway card that you're leading out with. So you have like stability and groundedness and yet freedom of motion and range. It's beautiful, Pisces. It's beautiful. Now, let's go right at top to the Sun of Cups in your environment. So, Pisces, I'm feeling this is a person. This is another person. I am feeling that strongly, okay? And whoever this individual is, I'm feeling has to do with the 7 of Cups that we spoke of. If it is indeed not, if the 7 of Cups is not related to this individual, if this is an individual, I'm feeling that this is a person, okay? But take it as you will, always, right? Of course. I'm sensing that this individual is going to make themselves known to you. They're going to kind of like swim out, okay, into the light, so to speak, slowly, shyly, right? it's not going to be out with a bang. It's going to be like, I am here, right? It's like, look at this card. It's a shy artist type of energy, right? They're not like making themselves super uber known, like, hello, I am here, right? Kind of like the Chariot, like, I am here and I am moving forward. No, it's like, hey, right? It's like swimming by, making eye contact with you, then looking away, then making eye contact with you, and then, right? It's like waiting for the moment where you guys just both happen to make that eye contact at the same time, and then that's when, right, they say something and they present themselves in some way, right? Like, hey, yeah, I'm here, like that kind of thing. So I'm feeling the Son of Cups is swimming out of the Seven of Cups card. So this individual could have been the reason, right, for which, hi, doll, go, you want that? Sorry, Pisces. Okay, this individual could have been, right, the sort of reason, right, the impetus for which you felt there was this flip-flop of emotions. How do I feel? How does the other person feel? You may have been somewhat emotionally entangled with the situation, with this individual. Maybe, right, this individual was nowhere to be found, maybe, right? Because the feeling that I'm getting with this card is like he is swimming on scene, right? It's like, imagine that this is like a box, like a blank. You know what I'm visualizing? It's like a movie reel. It's a movie reel, okay? And there's cut, scene, and so there's this one like blank scene, right, on the tape roll that I don't even know if this thing exists, but I feel like I've seen this and that it should exist in some kind of way. But imagine it, right? That there is this blank sort of scene where it's like, I know, right, that like there should be a scene here. Why is this thing blank? And like off comes, right, swimming into the scene, the Son of Cups, almost pretending like I wasn't missing an action. Yes, you were missing an action, right? But we expected you, right? You were to play this lead role that I knew, right, that you were involved in, and you knew I was involved in. We both knew we were involved in, but you were not taking a very active role in that, okay? So whoever this is, if this is the case for you, Pisces, if this is someone in your life like this, okay, I'm sensing that there was a maturity. There's a maturity that needed to be had. They needed to come into terms with their own emotions, okay, about the situation as well. They needed to even summon up the strength, the emotional strength, okay, the maturity, the emotional maturity, to be able to even confront you, okay? And I'm feeling with this card, it's like they cannot even look you in the eye. That's what I'm feeling with this, okay? But it's well-intentioned. I will say that, okay? But there's also something kind of like something is not direct about this, okay? And the means by which this individual makes their appearance is not fully like, right, yet again, it's like shy, pensive, not like, if you guys don't make that eye contact, they may just keep swimming. And they may not even, they might be going in with the thinking of, okay, if they see me, if they recognize me, it's meant to be, and I will then talk to them. But if they don't, then I'm just going to keep swimming, because like internally they're scared. I feel like they're fearing rejection. That's kind of what the feeling is as well. But out they come, right? Swimming out of this situation, which is like ambiguous, and saying, hey, yeah, right? Like, I do have a say about this. And you know what? We were involved in this situation. And I'm kind of ready to hash it out with you, right? If only you make that eye contact with me, right? Oh, you made the eye contact! Hey, right? Like, it's kind of like that, all right? Pisces. So, this could have been, right, this feeling that just kind of, like, in the back of your mind, while all of this other beautiful energy is going on, where you're stepping into your position of self-empowerment, greater self-empowerment, and audacity is self-assertion, right? Absolutely. Focusing on your goal, focusing on yourself, right? focusing on what you want to create on this birth. Like, ain't nobody got the time, right, to deal with this kind of shady, confusing, right, situation that's an illusion, right? It's like we are dealing with something real, like the birth, the baby is coming, no time for games, okay, as well, right? Son of Cups is like kind of like shy boy, teasing, likes you, cannot tell you, and you get like, what does he feel? What is he doing? What is he saying? Like, it's like that, okay? Nonetheless, Pisces, that could have just been simply something that you felt, hey, right? Like, in the midst of all this, while I'm doing me doing me, in the back of my mind, right, in my subconscious, I know, right, that this is sort of there and lingering, okay? But you're not confronting it directly out in the open because, yet again, you have bigger and better to focus on, all right, Pisces? And I feel like, right, you have made the effort. You have made the effort to meet eye to eye. I'm feeling that. You have made the effort, okay? But it's this individual who needed to come on scene, who needed to make it on set so that you can both play and act in this play together. It's like the actor that just does not show. That's like what it's like, okay? And so now it's like, aha, yes, I am here. I wasn't late. What? Okay. So now, but then the Son of Cups swims off into your energetic pathway of the Father of Cups. So all of this energy, this Cups energy, this soft, emotional, mushy-gushy, right, kind of energy, is all happening in your subconscious, okay, and your environment, the Son of Cups, which is more of a front and center sort of energy and predicament, right, where finally, right, perhaps finally, this individual makes their appearance. Now, I'm sensing that, right? Look at the Son of Cups swimming into the Father of Cups. It's like morphing, maturing, okay? But it's also, there's an emphasis on the passing of time, okay? And there's also an emphasis on your inner psyche. So it's kind of weird. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit interesting because there's a duplicity to this energy, okay? And I was getting this, absolutely, in the past reading for, I believe it was March. Yes, mid-March for Pisces. There was this, right, duplicity, okay? Of two individuals, like the mirror, okay, where it's like two beings coming and merging together as one, right, where there is that alliance of self and selves, so to speak, perhaps for some of you. Again, sort of like a twin flame situation that may apply to some of you, nonetheless, or that you may feel applies, okay? Nonetheless, what I'm feeling, this is what's a little interesting and a little bit weird, is that the Son of Cups is swimming off very clearly into your energetic pathway that you're moving out of. Your, keyword, your energetic pathway, okay? I'm compelled to repeat this. It's your energetic pathway. It's your, the energy that you are harnessing, right, that you're taking on as you move into this new beginning of the Fool. This energy of the Son of Cups, it's weird if it's another person, okay, because it's sort of like, and then they are very similar, right? The Son and the Father, both same element, Cups. So it's almost like this person's maturation somewhat converges and meets with your emotional propensity that you have to share. It's sort of like this person is coming to meet you, to mirror you, right? Eye to eye, as one, right? Where it's like, I'm ready, right? To meet you where you're now ready, right? You're now ready. So it's almost like they're like swimming to you. Like they want to touch base. That's what I'm feeling. They want to touch base and they want to get to the bottom of things, especially because here I pulled the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which the Father of Cups is swimming into. So there's a desire to, and it's followed by the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's followed by Death in reverse. and it's fathered by the Father of Pentacles. It's followed by the Father of Pentacles, but it's heavily fathered. This energy is heavily, heavily fathered, if that's a verb. Right? Father and Father. Father of Pentacles, Father of Cups on either side of this energetic pathway that's taking place. And they're all of these characters, even in the base, for the most part, they're looking off into the future. Okay, so it's like this tidal wave, yet again, that's being pushed and surmounted to the point where it's going to tip over and descend, okay, for the ride out. You're going for that ride. You have your ticket set for that show that you are acting in. You are acting for that show. You're the main event of that show. So you're definitely showing up, right? Like, you are the magician. So the question is, who's coming along for the ride? Okay, who's coming along for the ride? Okay. And so it seems like there's someone in your environment who wants to come along for the ride, who looks up to you in some kind of way, who says, you know what, like, I admire you. I admire what you're doing. I like where you're going, and I want to join you. I want to somehow, right, meet eye to eye with you. And so the Father of Cups, in some way, right, is swimming into the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, Death in reverse. Look at these cards, and the Father of Pentacles leading out. So we have here a willingness to deal with the past and its aftermath, okay, in a mature, emotionally wise manner. There is an intense maturation, okay, of you. And it's kind of like, are you with me or are you not? Like, I'll be here, right? If you're going to show up, great. If you're not, then that's what's meant to be, right? Like, I'm not going to wait for you to make sure you're in my audience at my magic show, right? Hey, I'm going to be feeling like a magician, right? In April, I'm going to get my wizard's hat on, right? All ready for this, because I'm a Pisces, right? So this is exciting. But it's like, right? It's like, you're not going to just, like, act in the magic show to make sure, like, if only there's a certain person in the audience. It's like, I am putting on this show because this is my show and my truth, right? This is what speaks to me, okay? And I'm just relaying this, right? I'm compelled to share this with the world. But, right, it's kind of like, if you're going to come along for the ride, right, I'd love to have you, right? But as long as you can meet me at my level so that we can move forward in a mature way, okay, as one. So, and again, right, it's about the Father of Cups is like swimming off into these cards, speaking to what was otherwise destruction, right? What was otherwise like destabilization of love, of emotional satisfaction, the cup that was not offered, right? And through, right, this final goodbye to whatever this was, okay, that maybe you at some point were focused on or thinking would come about, hoping would come about. And it's almost like, right, look, the Father of Cups swimming through these cards is like this. It's like the Father of Cups is swimming regardless because it wants to make it to the magic show. It has to. It has to make it to the magic show, right? Because this is the individual who's gonna be wearing, right, the wizardly cloak, right? So it's like, I gotta make it to my magic show. This is my performance, okay? I am the starring act. So, yes, I've got to make it through this before I can do that, right? I have to emotionally confront the destabilization, the emotional instability that whatever this situation had caused me, perhaps with this individual, perhaps with this emotional turmoil, right? Confusion, question, illusion, whatever mind games perhaps even, or just simply confusion, right? And perhaps, right, subconscious or unconscious that this individual was somehow involved in, okay? I'm now swimming away from, like, I'm not gonna turn around and deal with you head on because I have much more important things on my agenda. And so, yes, right, as I prepare myself for this role that I'm to take on, I have to clear my path forward. And maybe in that path, right, lies the past, right? The hope of, yes, right, like, I hope that you will make it. But if you don't, I'm going to move straight through that reality as well, right? That it's time to transform. It's time to transform. And I'm going to be okay with the death of whatever, right, I had hoped for in some kind of way, or that I expected in some kind of way. Ultimately, Pisces, it's about I'm going to resurface and I'm going to transform from whatever the situation was for me, okay, that sort of left me on shaky grounds, right? It's like the question of like, is this stable or is this not, right? Is this stable? Are we contributing to this mountain or are we not, right? And it's almost like time is ticking, and whoever this individual is, they know that. They know that your time is ticking and that you're swimming fast towards this, okay? To like, it's almost like you are going on site to check whatever this is out. Like, to check out, is this stable grounds, right? Is the land being watered properly, right? Is there emotional, what's the word? Like, it's like, there's a word for this. Is basically, it's like, I want to make sure, right, that it's like a farm that you're tending almost. And it's like, you're going to check it out to make sure that everything is following its course, right? Is there enough water to plant the seeds, right? How are they growing? Is it stable? Is it working properly, right? Or does it need to be done away with? Is there anything that I need to do away with, right? Are there dead leaves that I need to clean up? And it's kind of like, right? The Father of Cups is on his way here to this scene at the farm to check it out for one last time before he swims on and away from it, right? Not looking back. Especially with the Father of Pentacles. Whoa, right? It's like, you have a lot of mother, father, okay? A lot of really strong, right? Two mothers, Mother of Swords, Mother of Wands, Father of Cups, Father of Pentacles, paired with the Fool. It's like, you're making strides, you're maturing, but at the same time, you're moving forward, right? In an open-minded, right? Enchanting sort of way, where you're not looking back. There's no looking back. Okay, and this individual knows this, and they're kind of like, oh shit, like, this person is leaving, I need to catch them, right? Before they realize that what was, right? What was, maybe I want to try and salvage, okay, in some way. Or perhaps even to just speak about whatever happened, right? If this was an event where you felt like, oh, like, they didn't offer me this cup that I was hoping for, or we didn't come together, right, and make this happen, this emotional renewal happen, right? We didn't restabilize our emotional rapport with one another in some way, our relationship, right? And there was a dying off in some way, perhaps, or an element of it that we need to confront. And so there is a desire to catch up with you. Okay, to catch up with you and move through these energies. Okay. Beautiful. But whatever it is, it's like, you know it. Whatever it is, you are leading out of the situation, out of the, even if this is like a conversation that's had between you guys, you're leading out of it, you're going into it thinking to yourself, whatever I encounter, whatever we talk about, whatever this conversation is, I'm committed to this journey, okay? I'm not going to get looped back into the cycle, right, of the past. Financial abundance and true stability by way of my own contribution to my life and my path and my journey, self-sufficiently, is what is my stabilization, okay? It's that unity within myself, Okay, and so there is, right, as we're seeing it, absolutely confrontation of the past, okay, that you must do away with. So that once you give that final farewell, right, to the past, and it can be a reconciliation as well, okay, in tandem with that, right, is this promise of a new beginning. So, Pisces, this is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, right? Revel in this energy. I don't even need to tell you that. You are like, whoa, okay, you are on a roll with this new beginning. You have your every part, every fiber of your being on high alert. Okay, focus on what it is that you're trying to bring about. And this fresh new start, whatever it is, seems like it's going to happen in April. So the more that you can meditate on the vision of whatever it is that you want to create, right, really crystallize that dream, okay, and especially prepare for it, right? Like that Mother of Wands with her 2 kids who are helping prepare the household for the birth of the child. The more that you can prepare for it, right, the fluffier that 9 of Pentacles pillow is going to be, right, once you do make this departure, all right? So thank you so much again, Pisces, for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I will be back with your new moon. Yes, new moon? Yes, new moon. Oh my gosh. Time is seriously flying. New moon reading at the end of March. So stay tuned for that. It'll be interesting to see how these intentions and new beginnings are set into motion as the new moon absolutely speaks to that, okay? Nonetheless, absolutely also tune into your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those will provide you with further insights into your situation. I know that I resonate a lot with my moon, a lot, even more than my sun, oftentimes. So feel free to compute your signs below via the link that I provide in the box. If you don't know already your signs, just make sure though that your time is correct, your birth time is correct, even down to the very minute, as that can change your signs here and there a bit, all right? So play around with that. It's a lot of fun to get to know yourself even just beyond your sun sign. And otherwise, thank you so much for all of your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. I'm so touched. I absolutely appreciate all of it, and I am happy to connect with you guys. All right, so thank you again. I hope that you have a beautiful March and beginning of April, as it seems you absolutely will, and ride that wave. All right, Pisces. See you later.